Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to Lion Habitat Ranch. My name is Megan. This is Neil right here. He's going to be holding up the canvas, or in this case a t-shirt, for Ozzie. But Ozzie here is the star of our show. Are you ready to paint, Ozzie? We are going to be working on, like I said, a t-shirt today. This is part of Ozzie's clothing line called Jungle Wear by Ozzie. In addition to t-shirts, he also paints hats, scarves, jackets, reusable grocery bags. Oh, it's already given Neil a manicure. Went straight for it. He's really good at doing manicures. I think sometimes, like in that case, he does aim for our hands. He went straight for Neil that time. It's one of the hazards of working with a painted giraffe. Sometimes you're going to get painted on. That was a good one. Very good. Now, Ozzie does not paint for free. Ozzie paints for treats. So right now he's getting some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts, and some apple and oat biscuits, which are like cookies for him. Yes, he's very healthy. He's a very strict vegetarian, so he only eats plants. And because he's such a big guy and he only eats plants, he needs to eat a lot of plants. So Ozzie's going to eat anywhere from 60 to 80 pounds every single day. It takes quite a bit of time to eat that much food. Giraffes will spend around 18 to 20 hours every day foraging for food, eating that food, and then later on digesting that food. Now, just like a cow, giraffes are ruminants, so they do have a four-chambered stomach, and they need to spend quite a bit of time chewing their cud as well. Now the next time Ozzie sticks out that super long tongue, take a good look at it. His tongue is about 2 feet long, but the part that we can see is only 18 inches. Only 18, like that's not very long. If you see that dark coloration on his tongue, that's because they're spending all day eating, they're sticking that tongue out all day. So that dark purple color on the tongue is actually a natural form of sunscreen to protect their tongue. If you look, when he sticks it all the way out, you see the part kind of close to his mouth is actually pink, because that part doesn't come out, doesn't need the sunscreen on it. He's very smart. He's a very smart guy. It was a step-by-step process to teach him how to paint. But if you hear that clicking sound while he's painting, that's me. So he is clicker trained. So we do operate on positive reinforcement. So the step-by-step process went like, first you sort of just present it to him, and every time he goes near it, you give him a click, say good job, and then you actually stop giving him clicks, so he's got to figure out what the next step is. So then if he starts grabbing it, then you give him a click for that. And then it's sort of step-by-step, like duration, holding onto it, and then actually moving from side to side. So his painting behavior is very unique in the fact that it's actually an A to B painting, whereas like he takes the brush from me, which is A, and then he goes over to Neil, B, and paints. And then actually hands the brush back. If you notice though, at this point in the steps, I only give him a click when he actually touches the paintbrush to the shirt. Because that's how he knows now he's getting rewarded for actually the painting part. Otherwise, if I was still clicking whenever he grabbed the brush, then he would just keep grabbing the brush and he wouldn't do anything beyond that. No, he's very smart. If you saw that behavior where I ask him how tall he is and he stands up, he actually learned that in just a few days. So, you have a question online?
They just said, Susan Ornberg said, you go, Ozzie.
You go, Ozzie. I think you weren't done chewing that time. He does know that he's supposed to be done chewing first. We try not to add any extra texture to the t-shirts. So whenever he sticks out the tongue, that's what's supposed to be, okay, I'm ready for the brush again. Sometimes he holds some food in his cheeks, though, and I don't think he was actually done chewing that time. Are you done? No, not yet. We don't want Brussels sprout pieces on the shirt. You're very tall, yes, I know. I didn't ask you for it that time, though. So again, he is very smart, so that was him offering that behavior. He's like, I know that I get treats if I do this, so maybe if I do it, she'll just give me a treat for it. Also, the sounds that giraffes make are actually at such a low frequency that humans physically cannot hear it. So he could be making noise right now and we actually have no idea. But Ozzie is aware that we can't hear his normal vocalizations. And so if I'm not paying attention to him the way that he wants me to, he will kick the fence or do something else because he knows that I can hear that. So again, yeah, he's a very smart guy. And in fact, this painting behavior is sort of mental stimulation for him. So he does have plenty of food available to him at all times. He has hay in his basket inside the barn and outside the barn. He also has over 100 trees that are planted along his fence just for him to browse off of. So if he really didn't want to come in here and paint, he wouldn't be painting. But this is a fun way for him to come in and play a game, basically, where he gets to paint and then he gets to earn extra treats for it. So he does actually enjoy coming in and doing this. If he really didn't want to, he wouldn't be doing it. The door is open, so he can leave whenever he wants. He also weighs 2,500 pounds. So there's nothing anybody can do to make him do anything he doesn't want to do. More manicure for you. Now, if we're really not paying attention, he might do some face painting or hair streaking too. Okay. Now, aside from being an amazing artist, though, Ozzie does have a serious job here, and that's to be an animal ambassador representing. So he wants to tell everyone about the silent extinction that's happening to giraffes. We call it a silent extinction because people don't talk about it. Everybody talks about how rhinos are being poached for their horns, elephants are being poached for their tusks. People don't talk about giraffes, but they're having a really hard time too. In just the past 20 years, some populations of giraffes have been decimated by up to 80%. And reticulated giraffes, just like Ozzie here, are actually on the endangered species list. So Ozzie wants to let everybody know about that. Be sure to spread the word about these big, beautiful animals. Ozzie wants to tell everybody the only way to shoot a giraffe, or only appropriate way I should say, is with your camera. So take lots of pictures of Ozzie, post it all over social media, and spread the word so we can keep these